Hey folks, Michael Anthony here, the Exceptional Life Podcast, and boy oh boy, it has been a while. That's old Hunter. He's just meandering behind the couch now. I guess he doesn't want to be on our show here, our video. So, like I was saying, it's been quite some time since I put a video out on this particular channel. And just to let you know, I actually have another channel. It's an outdoor channel. It's called Michael Anthony Outdoors. And it's anything and everything related to outdoors. I'm a very avid outdoorsman. Everything from hunting and fishing and hiking and managing land and doing homesteading type activities. That channel has videos on that type of stuff. So feel free to check it out. I'll actually put a link of it down in the description below. And I've spent a little more time putting out some videos on there because it's a hobby. It's the outdoors is something I'm very passionate about, and it actually integrates really well with my mindfulness practices, getting grounded in the outdoors and nature and doing different things out there. So feel free to check it out if you're into the outdoors or any sort of homesteading activities. But today, what I wanted to talk about, and I've mentioned it before in other videos, one of the techniques I have been using for many years, actually since early 2017, is a technique called tapping, also known as EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique. And it's a very unusual mindfulness type practice if you've never seen it or heard of it before. And so I'm just going to tell you briefly about it because it's been pivotal for me in turning my life around and really going after the things I desire, improving my life, improving my relationships, improving my health, improving my career, being more focused on the things that I love, and letting go of things like trauma, old limiting beliefs, old conditioning, societal conditioning that a lot of people are very much sucked into. And so it's been one of the single most important techniques that I've ever learned and implemented into my life. So what is it? Well, the easiest description is what I said earlier, which is tapping, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're actually tapping on your face and on your body while stating different intentions or triggers. And when I say tapping on your body, you're actually tapping on different meridians, the energy points of the body, the different meridians that they use with acupuncture and acupressure. So I'm not going to explain all of the science behind it. There's actually plenty of science and research that have gone into this technique over the years. It was developed by Gary Craig and some other individuals who have honed and fine-tuned the technique into what it is today. And there's different variations of the technique. So when I first heard about this technique and this practice, it was from the Ortners, Nick and Jessica Ortner, their brother and sister, great people. They have tons of videos out on YouTube, and they also put a documentary together many years ago. And I was very skeptical, but also intrigued by the documentary I saw. I actually participated in a tapping course that they provided, as well as read Nick's book, The Tapping Solution, which I highly suggest reading. They go into why it works, how it works, the science behind it, where it came from. It's a really good, easy read, and then they have tapping scripts that you can follow. Now, when I first got into this, I was very skeptical. I always have an open mind, but I always have a healthy amount of skepticism when I approach anything. And it took me a while to even convince myself that this would be possible in shifting my mindset, shifting beliefs. And it was during this same period of my life that I was taking on meditation and journaling and breath work and different mindfulness activities. So it was like my life evolved from all these different practices, which I've talked about. But EFT was one of those practices that I now do on a daily basis, every single day. I might spend only 5-10 minutes doing tapping in the morning every day, or there's times where I'm spending an hour doing it. And It's a very powerful technique. You may not notice shifts in your energy or your mood or your mindset immediately. Some people do, and there have been times where I have experienced immediate shifts, or I feel some sort of relief. But a lot of it has been very subtle for me. But it was over time that I started to notice significant differences. Things that would typically trigger me in certain ways were no longer triggering me. Certain areas where I would have fear or anxiety were no longer causing me to have fear and anxiety. And that's when I realized how powerful this technique is. And that's why I practice it every day now. So I've been doing it since 2017. So I've proved to myself over the years that this is powerful, and I still do it every day. I do it on a number of different topics, even topics that I don't think may be affecting me. There's a lot of things that exist in your subconscious mind that you may not be aware of, may not even come up consciously for you, that's holding you back. You may not know why you do certain things or why you're triggered by certain things. And you may be holding yourself back, which a lot of us do. A lot of us are always in our own way, right? We hold ourselves back. And a lot of it stems from fear, uncertainty, and doubt, trauma, from childhood trauma, from different experiences. And there's a lot of this stuff that exists in the subconscious mind, like I said, that you're just not aware of. So EFT and tapping bring it, not only bring it to awareness, a lot of times it brings it to awareness and then eliminates it without you even knowing about it, which is powerful because you don't have to relive a traumatic event or understand why you act a certain way you do that maybe you're not happy about. And you can eliminate it with tapping without even becoming conscious of it. So it's an amazing technique, and it really has been powerful for me. And there's a lot of people in this world that use it on a daily basis. And I highly suggest you try it. If you're open to things like meditation and mindfulness and breath work, and expanding your awareness and your consciousness and changing your perspective and your mindset, and you want to live a better life, if you want to set stronger intentions, be more focused, be more productive, live a happier, more joyful life, and eliminate those unwanted emotions and feelings, anxiety, depression, fears, tapping is a tremendous way to do that. So again, check it out. Some of my favorite people to follow on this topic and this subject are the Ortners are great, but who I really connect with and feel a strong resonance with is Brad Yates. Check out Brad Yates. He has hundreds of videos. He's been on YouTube for over 10 years, and he has a practice. He has a website where you can go and learn all about tapping. I pull up Brad Yates every day on YouTube and follow some different scripts that I have set in my phone. I just have a playlist on YouTube of a couple dozen different tapping scripts that he goes through that I just love to do. But as I kind of evolved with this technique in this practice, I started to develop my own scripts. And so I do follow the guided tapping scripts that Brad presents, but I also do my own tapping scripts so I could use the words that really, that resonate with me, that really drum up what I'm focused on or what I'm working on in order to release it, right? In order to make a shift. So check out Brad for sure. Another person I really love to do tapping with on YouTube is Jolie Schiffman. Check her out. She's great. Great energy. I feel a connection with her just going through the scripts that she provides. They're phenomenal. They're all phenomenal. So check them out. So the way tapping works is typically you are going to follow some sort of script, and it usually starts with something that is bothering you, a concern, a fear, an uncertainty, a doubt, right? Something that you're afraid of, something that causes you anxiety. It could be anything. It could be a relationship. It could be finances that make you feel anxiety every time you think about them, lots of debt. It could be certain fears you have, a fear of snakes, right? Anything. It could be anything that is bothering you, regardless of what it is. Typically, you start with something like that, like when you wake up in the morning, is what's on your mind, what's bothering you. You can tap through it. So what happens is, as you go through this, you're starting with that negative feeling and you're talking about it. Like you're just expressing how you feel. And as you go through the tapping script, you're tapping on these different meridian points of the body, these different energy points of the body. And when you're doing that, what is happening is you're getting in touch with your subconscious mind. The tapping causes you to tap into the subconscious mind. And that's one of the ways in which this works. It's like a form of self-hypnosis. So it's very powerful. And if you know anything about hypnosis, incredibly powerful practice that should be utilized much more these days. But this is a way for you to essentially tap into a form of self-hypnosis while stating certain intentions and then relieving yourself of the anxiety, the fears, the doubts, and in setting intentions for how you want to live, how you want to feel, how you want to be, right? So that's how it works in a nutshell. Now, feel free to go learn more about it, and you could find tons of content on exactly how it works, the science behind it, look at the research behind it, people who are out there utilizing this on a daily basis. But from my perspective, like I said, it's easy to do, it's powerful, it's fun, and it's an active form of mindfulness. It's an active practice. Now, I still do my meditations daily. I still do some journaling. I do affirmations. I do breath work. I do a lot of different things. I practice jujitsu, which to me is a form of a moving meditation, right? It's a visceral moving meditation experience, and it's a great workout. So I have all these different practices that I implement on a daily basis and that I love, and tapping is another unique, powerful way to improve your life, to let go of the things that are holding you back, the anchors, the anxiety, the nervousness, the fears, letting them go and living the life of your dreams. So with that said, I want to show you a form of tapping. I'm going to go through a quick script. I'm just going to intuitively talk through it. It's not like I prepared this ahead of time, and that's usually a great way to do it because you let the words come to you. But like I said, I still use guided tapping techniques. So what I would love for you to do is to join me in this tapping session and try it out. Even if you feel some resistance, like this is silly, this is stupid, this isn't going to work, that's fine. Just acknowledge those feelings, let them go, and just join me in this quick tapping session. I'm just going to intuitively let the words come to my mind. I'm going to remove my hat because we're going to be tapping on different meridian points. And what I'm going to ask you to do is just repeat what I'm saying and just kind of follow along, tapping where I tap. Now, different tapping instructors and different protocols tap on different parts of the body. They're all very similar, but there's variations. And so I'm going to do the ones that really work for me and use the nomenclature that works for me, the terminology that works for me, and I'm just going to let the words intuitively come to me. So this tapping, I think, could work for you regardless if you have any issues on the topic that we're going to discuss. We're just going to go with anxiety, right? A lot of people have anxiety. They have no idea where it comes from. It could come from a number of different things. Let's just tap through that. See if you feel any shifts or if you feel any better, and maybe just try it out. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, I'm not going to state, once we get into it, I'm not going to state every little thing to do. So just follow me and repeat after me. But we're going to start by tapping on the side of the hand. They call it the karate chop point, like this. Doesn't matter which hand you use. And now just follow me through this practice. It's wonderful. Make some time for yourself today to be amazing, to be exceptional, okay? So let's take a couple deep breaths. And repeat after me. Even though I feel this sense of anxiety deep inside me, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself right now. And even though I feel this sense of anxiety, of nervousness in my body, I choose to love, honor, and forgive myself right now. And even though I'm feeling this sense of nervousness, anxiety, perhaps I feel it in my solar plexus, perhaps it's trapped in my shoulders or in my head, it's okay. I choose to love, honor, and forgive myself right now. All this anxiety trapped in my body, all of this nervousness, I'm feeling this anxiety and nervousness right now. Maybe I know where it's coming from. Perhaps I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe I have no idea why I'm feeling anxiety and nervousness right now. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it makes me feel. All this anxiety and nervousness is trapped in my body, my solar plexus, my shoulders, my neck, my head. Perhaps it's manifesting in a number of different ways throughout my body, physically and emotionally. I'm choosing to allow myself to acknowledge this anxiety, this nervousness right now. I'm acknowledging these feelings and these emotions that I do not like. And I'm allowing myself to release these feelings from my body right now. Releasing all of this anxiety, all of this nervousness from my body right now. Releasing it all the way back through my past, through all those times where I had an experience or a trauma that caused me to feel tremendous amounts of anxiety, nervousness. And I'm letting it go right now. Letting it go from every cell in my body. Releasing it from every energy center of my body. Releasing all of this anxiety, negativity, and nervousness from my body right now. I love myself. I love myself, and I choose to feel good now. I choose to feel empowered right now. I choose to feel empowered throughout every cell of my body, throughout every energy center of my being. I am feeling good right now. I am loving myself right now. Feeling good, feeling empowered throughout every cell of my body. Today is a great day. I'm feeling happy and healthy. I'm feeling empowered and confident. And I'm feeling absolutely exceptional in body, mind, and spirit right now. Peace. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling great right now. I did some tapping earlier this morning as part of my morning routine and felt great then, but now I just feel even better just going through that for the last 5-10 minutes. So maybe go back and try it again if you weren't feeling anything. And if you are feeling resistance or you're feeling silly, that's maybe some old limiting beliefs that are preventing you from just feeling good, right? Try it again. I'm going to be doing more tapping scripts as time goes on, and I'm just letting this YouTube channel evolve into whatever way I go, right? Wherever it takes me. Whatever I could do to help you feel amazing and exceptional. I'm going to continue to evolve and expand myself, and I would love if you join me. So feel free to go back and try that tapping session again. Just really let yourself go. Really surrender to the practice. As you saw, as I went through it, I was taking deep breaths. I closed my eyes quite a bit. You don't have to do all that stuff, but I really feel that it helps to do that. So I try to take nice deep breaths, focus on the words I'm saying. And if I feel anything come up, sometimes I'll divert into whatever those feelings are. I'll divert into whatever words come to my mind. But a great way to get into this practice is by going through some of these guided steps. Following this script, I let those words just naturally come to me. Like I said, I didn't prepare for it or anything like that beforehand. I just let it naturally guide me through it. And even if it's not particular to you, it doesn't matter. It's still going to help you. Just going through the technique and taking the time to do it is a great mindfulness practice. And as always, thank you for joining me. Have an exceptional day. We'll see you.